Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be giving you some tips on how to save fuel. So let's get started. So saving some fuel. This will obviously depend on your car, the size of your engine, but it will also depend on other factors like your driving habits and if you're doing regular maintenance checks to your vehicle. So let's get started with tip number 1. This is checking your tyre pressure. You need to make sure that your tyre pressure is to the correct amount, because underinflated tyres are going to cause more friction on the road, which is going to cause the engine to work harder, making the fuel consumption go up. Also, overinflated tyres are not good either, because this can affect your braking ability and uneven wear and tear on the tyre, especially in the middle of the tyre. So make sure you inflate them to the correct amount. You can get this information from your car manual. Once you find this information out, check your tyres regular, maybe every 2 weeks, at least once a month, or before you go on a long journey. So let's move on to tip number 2. So tip number 2 is to reduce the weight in your vehicle. Now, what do I mean by this? And this is not about kicking your passengers out. No, not that. This is about reducing, let's say, unnecessary items in your car. There may be some things in your boot that you've been carrying around for weeks or even months that you're not using. Just get rid of all unnecessary items in your vehicle. This is going to make the vehicle a little bit lighter, which is going to bring the fuel consumption down as well. So yes, get rid of all unnecessary items in your vehicle. Make regular checks in your vehicle just to see that you're carrying things that you shouldn't be carrying. So let's move on to tip number 3. So tip number 3 is basically don't accelerate too harshly. What do I mean by this? Basically, I see a lot of people sometimes when they're driving along the road, the traffic light's on red, and they'll accelerate, then brake, get there. There's no point accelerating, braking. You're using more fuel. Not only that, there's more wear and tear on your vehicle. So you're going to be spending money on wear and tear, and well as more fuel consumption. So plan ahead, look at what's in front of you. If the traffic lights are on red, do you really need to accelerate to get there really quickly? Come off your gas. Think about, is there a junction coming up? Do you need to slow down a bit earlier? All of this gentle acceleration and gentle braking, obviously where you need to brake a little bit harder, you should, but plan ahead of what's in front of you rather than using your accelerator pedal to the metal. Obviously this is going to empty your tank a lot quicker. So yeah, gentle on your accelerator. So moving on to tip number 4. Tip number 4 is plan your journey, so your trip. So let's say you're going on a trip that you've not been on before, or a journey, or it might even be a regular journey that you go on every week or every day for work. Just get to up-to-date traffic information. If there's roadworks, there might be an accident. So this is going to save you not only in fuel consumption, on money on your fuel consumption, it's also going to save you time as well. So get up-to-date traffic information whenever you make a journey. Moving on to tip number 5 is try not to use the aircon AC when you don't need to, because this is going to put more pressure on the engine to work harder, and this is obviously going to increase your fuel consumption. Use the AC obviously when you need to. Let's say if you're traveling on the motorway, it might be better to use the AC if it's a hot day rather than have your windows down, because if you have your windows down, this is going to cause more drag as the air gets into the car. This is going to make the engine work harder. So on high-speed roads like the motorway, it's probably recommended to have your windows up, and this will reduce the drag of the car. So yes, use the AC when needed, but don't keep it on all the time, because you're just going to increase your fuel consumption. So let's go on to a bonus tip. Tip number 5. Oh, sorry, tip number 6, should I say. So tip number 6 is a little bit obvious, but it just makes sense. Use your car less. Yes, exactly. Use your car less. So basically, if you don't need to use your car, let's say if you're just going down to the shop just to get a pint of milk or a loaf of bread, it's a 5-minute walk, have a little walk. All these little journeys will add up. It's going to cause more fuel consumption and wear and tear on your car. Maybe where you can catch public transport, do that. So try and avoid using your car when you can, and this is obviously going to save money over the long run. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you've got any tips of your own, please put them in the comments box below. And if you want to share this video to other people that might find it helpful, please do so. Please give it a thumbs up. This will help the YouTube algorithm share it to other people that may find this video helpful. And if you haven't subscribed already, please do so, and I'll see you in the next video. Thank you. Take care.